Hello world, today I will be reviewing Whiplash from 2014. Damien Chazelle's directorial breakthrough became a smash hit, grossing $49 million at the box office with a budget of only $3.3 million. This musical movement of a movie also went on to win 3 Academy Awards at the 2015 ceremony. But this movie had a rocky journey from short to feature. So how did Damien Chazelle take this movie from the little Sundance short that could to the Oscars? Damien Chazelle had trouble getting his original feature idea made, as all filmmakers do, but he decided to double down on his resources to shoot an important scene from the script as a 17-minute short film. J.K. Simmons was involved, and so was the editor Tom Cross. The short went on to eventually win the Grand Jury Prize and the Audience Prize at the Sundance Film Festival in 2013. And after getting the attention of industry heads all over, he got the funding he needed to build his feature, $3.3 million. So, Miles Teller, J.K. Simmons, Tom Cross, and Justin Hurwitz joined forces with Damien Chazelle to make this wild endeavor. And the movie went on to become a fan favorite of many for good reason. I think this movie is just absolutely incredible. It has applicable themes interesting to anyone who has ever dealt with rage, or the troubles that come when you're trying to be great at something, or what happens when people that are closest to you don't understand or don't value your goals as much as you do. And inversely, how can this desire for greatness drive someone to insanity or loneliness? The questions are all explored by Damien Chazelle in this film and many of his other works too. But the standout achievement for me in this movie is of course the editing. I didn't realize my love for this movie's editing until watching it very recently, but the way that Tom Cross flashes between a multitude of images at lightning fast speeds really elevates Chazelle's film. Chazelle said that he wanted the movie to have a sort of electrifying quality to it, as some of Scorsese or Fincher's films do, and without a doubt, I love how it was executed. It's like they knew exactly how long to hold each image to give you exactly the right feeling. In the score, done wonderfully by Justin Hurwitz, it served as a nice backdrop for this jazzy story. He says that the challenge of making this score was finding a way to make a score that did not clash with the instruments in this film. Throughout the movie, different sounds and pieces collide with each other to create unbelievable tension through its loudness or its slow thumping quality, or its quietness. The editing and the score come together to build perfect amounts of tension around the characters in this story, and speaking of Fincher from earlier, the way this movie is shot reminds me a great deal of Fincher's gritty work, but at the same time there is still a clean, jazzy quality to it, and it just goes without saying at this point that the performances in this movie are definitely effective. J.K. Simmons is soul-crushing. Miles Teller gives a harrowing portrayal of an artist striving for greatness at all costs, often damaging himself physically to maintain his rigid practice schedules. He also has some scenes where he's sort of just realizing or reacting to the condition of his life, and his eyes just tell us everything we need to know. And I really like it when performances do that. And J.K. Simmons gives a forceful performance where he demonstrates the control to go berserk at the drop of a hat, or should I say, drop of a beat. Oh, oh god. And he gives us a vulnerable, tearful moment too, which is really just the icing on the cake. But despite the grim nature of a lot of the elements in this movie, it still finds a way to dance and sing in the musical qualities that it sustains. And I think that a lot of Chazelle's films have such a bright shine because of the way that he crafts his endings. I have only seen La La Land and Whiplash from him, but these two movies alone, I can see that Chazelle gives his characters a very proper redemptive arc, and that they usually go through their journey while hitting rock bottom or getting in some sort of terrible situation before Chazelle reaches in with his pen and pulls the character out of their abyss into moments of joy and excellence before they leave our screens. And this technique, of course, makes for some very good feeling movies with surprisingly uplifting endings. And in watching the final sequence of this movie, like the instruments of the jazz band, every single aspect of this film comes together for a very sublime experience. The camera flashes in between Fletcher and his band, showcasing his lightning-fast conducting as much as it is the monumental amount of cuts in each scene. But one thing I have to say about this movie is that for all the quick cuts that it uses, ironically, I never feel any sort of editing whiplash. Everything is executed very smoothly in this movie. Overall, I can recommend Whiplash to anyone. Anyone. If you like movies, watch Whiplash. If you like music, watch Whiplash. If you hate movies, watch Whiplash. Because no matter who you are, this movie will probably amaze you Unless you're studying music at one of the top music schools in the country, because then you may find it a bit unrealistic. But regardless, go watch Whiplash. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really hope you are enjoying these videos. So if you are, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Because I really love to talk to you guys, and that is why I started this in the first place. So, I do have a letterbox. If you're interested, you can follow me there and see everything that I'm watching, and thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.